Today on the Rockbridge Report, we will be talking to Creed Deeds. He's a state senator about Virginia's stance on Obamacare, and we'll find out how Buena Vista is still recovering from this summer's derecho. Good afternoon and welcome back to the Rockbridge Report. I'm Caitlin Dormer.
And I'm Laura Lindsay Tatum. While the Northeast continues to rebuild after Superstorm Sandy, Buena Vista is still struggling to recover from this summer's derecho. Back in early summer, derecho was the buzzword around the Rockbridge area. The powerful windstorm blew through unexpectedly on June 29th. Trees were down, lights were shattered, and about 75% of the population lost power. Buena Vista is seeking $60,000 from the federal government to cover the cost of repairs. When Hurricane Sandy threatened, more families were aware of what could happen. Local hardware stores sold out of generators and batteries. Sandy didn't turn out to be much of a problem locally, but the area has a history of disasters. Emergency management officials say it's only a matter of time before nature strikes again.
Now that President Obama has been re-elected, Virginia and other Republican-led states must make a decision on the Affordable Care Act. Their choices are setting up their own state insurances, taking a federal one, or going with a hybrid system. The exchange will allow people to choose their health insurance under the umbrella of Obamacare. Virginia Governor Bob McDonnell changed his mind last week and said that he now prefers the state to function under the federal exchange. McDonnell says there were too many unanswered questions that worries him about moving ahead with the Virginia exchange. Reporter Alex Marigo spoke with Professor Timothy Jost at Washington and Lee's Law School about the issue and how Obamacare will be able to cut the deficit.
There are cuts. There are only cuts in payments to providers. There are no cuts in benefits. And there are cuts in payments to providers that are reasonable. And frankly, if we're ever going to reduce the deficit, we do have to look for places to find reasonable cuts in the growth of the Medicare program.
Earlier today, I spoke with Virginia State Senator Creed Deeds about how the governor's decision could affect Rockbridge County.
Look at the places in Virginia where the most people would be covered at 138% of the poverty level. Where the most uninsured are. You're going to see a line that basically, we're not in the heart of it. It's primarily from Lynchburg south and from Roanoke west, but certainly there are parts of the area in the Rockbridge area that are going to be classically they're going to fit in that because we've lost textile jobs, we have high unemployment, we have a lot of uninsured. So it's going to be an economic boom, I think, for us.
The state has until tomorrow to make its final decision. However, Virginia will have 2 years to change the state exchange if deemed necessary.
State governments are not the only ones affected by Obamacare. Papa John's CEO John Schnatter took heat when he said that the company would have to cut employee hours to deal with the Affordable Care Act. And he's not alone. Other chain restaurants like McDonald's and Burger King have said that they also will eventually have to cut employee hours to reduce costs. Obamacare requires every employer to provide health care to employees that work more than 30 hours a week.
Virginian Congressman and Republican House Majority Leader Eric Cantor has been caught in the middle of the Petraeus scandal. Cantor may have known about CIA Director David Petraeus' affair on October 27th, more than a week before President Obama did. However, did nothing with the information that many thought concerned national security, except to ask his chief of staff to inform FBI Director Robert Mueller, House Speaker John Boehner, and House Homeland Committee Chairman Peter King were left in the dark. Cantor said in an interview that he did not want to publicize the issue in the middle of elections. Questions like why Cantor was contacted and not others remain under investigation.
More than a week has passed since election night, but many Americans are still talking about the results. As of yesterday morning, citizens in all 50 states have signed petitions to secede from the nation. The online petitions on the White House website quote the Declaration of Independence, asking to peacefully withdraw from the Union. Virginia's petition was created last Sunday and has more than 7,000 signatures. The state has until December 11th to collect 25,000 signatures required for a response from the White House.
Up next on the Rockbridge Report, we'll take a look at how the Lexington downtown plan is progressing as it's held its second meeting this week.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov.
2 outs with a runner on first base. Now the big guy comes up with that, hitting .342 with 92 RBIs and 36 homers.
Chill raw and prepared foods promptly. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
$7,000 high school students drop out every school day. That's a line of desks more than 4 miles long. We can keep students in school. Visit boostup.org and take the first step.
2 outs with a runner on first base. Now the big guy comes up with that, hitting .342 with 92 RBIs and 36 homers.
Chill raw and prepared foods promptly. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
And welcome back to the Rockbridge Report. Lexington residents had the chance to respond to 3 new downtown improvement plans Tuesday. The meeting was the second time the public could weigh in on the issue. All the plans would create wider sidewalks. Bikes and cars would also share lanes on the street. One plan defines downtown at Washington and Main. It would keep utilities above ground. The other 2 focus on Nelson and Main. They would bury utilities and move the visitor center. Residents are worried about setting new traffic patterns in the town. They're also worried about bikes and cars sharing lanes. The city's consultant will take the public's feedback to create a single plan in the coming months.
Work on the highly anticipated Sheetz convenience store is scheduled to begin in December. It will be located at East Nelson Street and Route 11. City Manager of Lexington, John Elistad, said the city does not yet have a plan to address the increased traffic they anticipate from Sheetz. A rise in competition for local businesses is also anticipated. The family-owned company offers a combination gas station, convenience store, and fast food restaurant. Sheetz will be open in May.
Lexington retailers are hopeful the upcoming holiday season can help turn profits in the struggling national economy. The U.S. Commerce Department said Wednesday that retail sales dropped a bit from the national average. Experts say Superstorm Sandy was a factor in these sales drops this holiday season. Could help turn around the decline. Encore Salon stylist Emily Glick says she expects the store's gift certificate sales to increase by at least 50% in November and December alone. Other local business owners are also excited for the increased holiday spending that could make up for lost revenues.
National trends have shown an increase in retail sales and consumer confidence, but Lexington business owners say that their businesses are not influenced by these external factors.
I certainly probably wouldn't have the store if W&L wasn't here. You know, it does make up a lot of my business, especially the big weekends. But I also carry to some locals too. Yeah, and you have to have, in a small town, you have to a little bit for everybody kind of thing.
Lexington businesses are more reliant on local colleges and the tourism industry than national trends. Washington and Lee University, Virginia Military Institute, and Southern Virginia University bring in a stream of steady visitors almost all year round. Tourism is also a big part of the local economy. Last year, visitors spent $57 million in the region.
You know, everybody thinks that the town dies when the schools go away, but that's not necessarily the case. You know, there's a lot of tourist business. There's a lot of people that come through traveling.
You have a little over a week to prepare for Black Friday sales and other holiday shopping.
After the break, we'll be back with how the Lexington Fire Department plans to recruit volunteers.
When some people struggle with their mortgage payments, they become frozen, petrified. Not knowing what to do, they do nothing. But the people who take action are far more likely to get the most positive outcome. Making home affordable is a free government program. Call now to talk one-on-one with a housing expert about the options that are right for you. Real help, real answers, right now.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
This is one amazing truffula tree. Can you imagine a place where these grow everywhere? Yes, it's called the forest, a magical place to enjoy with your family. Ooh. So discover the forest and explore all the wonder that's there. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Every book is an adventure waiting to come to life. Visit new worlds. Encounter new friends. And discover the power of reading. Go to read.gov to read A Princess of Mars, the first novel to feature John Carter. A new world awaits. Read.
This is one amazing truffula tree. Can you imagine a place where these grow everywhere? Yes, it's called the forest, a magical place to enjoy with your family. Ooh. So discover the forest and explore all the wonder that's there. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Welcome back. The Lexington Fire Department faces 8 to 10 calls daily and over 3,000 calls every year. The squad is made up of mostly volunteers. Nearly 30 members of the community volunteer each day, working beside the 9 paid staff members. The paid staff members who were hired 2 years ago have made things easier for everyone. It's hard for volunteers to respond to daytime calls while working full-time jobs. However, the great number of volunteers saves the city residents money. Fire Chief Ty Dickerson says the volunteers' passion and dedication would be hard to replace.
In other news, antivirus software creator John McAfee is wanted by Belize police as a person of interest in the murder of his neighbor. The news took the world by surprise, and those in the Roanoke Valley are devastated. McAfee is from Salem, Virginia, and a graduate of Roanoke College. McAfee's next-door neighbor, Gregory Fall, was found dead of a gunshot wound to the back of his head near his home in San Pedro, Belize. McAfee told Wired magazine that he is innocent despite having differences with Fall about his dogs. He also said he will continue to live in hiding in fear of attacks from the Belize police. McAfee moved to the South American country 3 years ago. He reportedly thought the move would lower his taxes. McAfee sold his stakes in the company in 1994. His personal wealth at the time was $100 million. Coming up next, we'll give you the latest local forecast.
When some people struggle with their mortgage payments, they become frozen, petrified. Not knowing what to do, they do nothing. But the people who take action are far more likely to get the most positive outcome. Making home affordable is a free government program. Call now to talk one-on-one with a housing expert about the options that are right for you. Real help, real answers, right now.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
This is one amazing truffula tree. Can you imagine a place where these grow everywhere? Yes, it's called the forest, a magical place to enjoy with your family. Ooh. So discover the forest and explore all the wonder that's there. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Every book is an adventure waiting to come to life. Visit new worlds. Encounter new friends. And discover the power of reading. Go to read.gov to read A Princess of Mars, the first novel to feature John Carter. A new world awaits. Read.
Welcome back. Now it's time for the 5-day weather forecast. Tomorrow will be sunny with a high of 55 and a low of 31 degrees. Saturday will also be sunny with a high of 55 degrees and a low of 32. Sunday will be cool and partly cloudy with a high of 51 and a low of 37 degrees. As we go into the week, Monday will be partly cloudy with a high of 55 degrees and a low of 37. And Tuesday will be mostly cloudy with again a high of 56 and a low of 37 degrees. We'll be right back.
This is one amazing truffula tree. Can you imagine a place where these grow everywhere? Yes, it's called the forest, a magical place to enjoy with your family. Ooh. So discover the forest and explore all the wonder that's there. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Every book is an adventure waiting to come to life. Visit new worlds. Encounter new friends. And discover the power of reading. Go to read.gov to read A Princess of Mars, the first novel to feature John Carter. A new world awaits. Read.
Thanks for staying with us. On Saturday, nearly 70 people took to Route 60 to run more than 6 miles from Lexington to Buena Vista. It's billed as Virginia's oldest 10-kilometer race. The Rockbridge Area Recreation Organization has teamed up with Lexington Domino's Pizza to organize the race for the past 13 years. Men, women, and children from the Rockbridge area and beyond ran, walked, or in 2 cases rolled down Route 60 eastward from Lexington to Buena Vista. The youngest runners were 3 12-year-olds. The oldest was 78-year-old William Peel. 2 racers tackled the course in motorized wheelchairs. There's another opportunity to hit the streets of Lexington on Thanksgiving in the Gobble Wobble 5K. For more information, email lexingtongobblewobble@gmail.com.
Last weekend, the Virginia Horse Center held its Southwest Virginia Hunter Jumper Association Finals. Riders on more than 200 horses from as far away as Richmond and West Virginia competed. The significance is more than just winning trophies. Many of the riders are from local high schools and universities. For a lot of them, it was an opportunity to show off their ponies all dressed up. Although last weekend's show caps off the association season, it is not the end of competition for the riders.
That's all we have for you tonight. You can find out more about what's going on in the area by visiting our website, rockbridgereport.washingtonandlee.net. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week.